Okay, so what we have here is a...
Can of worms.
What we have here is a student-generated text. Okay, you have generated this text. The teacher provided a framework, but you did the reading, you did the group work, you discussed in English, and you filled it in. So this is a text that you yourselves have produced. Now, before we go any further with it, let's just have any comments about what you can see on there. About anything that you'd like to say.
Well, I think we would like to perhaps clarify citizenship and nationality.
It's different.
Yeah, but why don't they say citizenship and nationality? Why do they say only, for instance, citizenship? Or in Czech is ethnic, like ethnic group perhaps, so ethnic, nationality and citizenship.
Okay. He's mostly believed to be Serbian American. That's my opinion. That's what I noticed.
Citizenship is where you live, but nationality where you are born.
What's the sorry? What's
Doesn't
nationality?
Where you are born.
Where?
Right.
It's Croatian. So it can't be that.
Citizenship where you live.
Temperament.
Yeah, I would say citizenship refers more to your legal status.
Yes.
Nationalism is a wider concept to referring to your ethnic sense of belonging as well.
Because if you are a Russian living in Britain, so you would write nationality Russian, citizenship.
Could have one.
I'm sorry, I need to disagree with this.
Okay, so
Because if you fill in a form, you guys don't need a visa for the UK.
no.
But on your visa, when they ask about your nationality, then they ask about whose country's passport you hold. So in English, the word nationality means citizenship. Whereas in many of our countries, the word nationalnost would mean ethnic. Which ethnic group you're belonging to. So that's where the confusion comes in.
Because you could have held a passport which was Western Hungary, but you were actually a Serb, a Croat, a Bosnian, a Czech, whatever.
Let's just talk about what are the differences. Let's imagine that we're doing this on a level with students, 15 and 16. So let's just say what can we say about it? So just look at the table and say what we can see on the table. What if you summarise the table? What is interesting about the table? What differences are there?
In English.
In English, yeah. So we talk about in English. We talk now in English. What differences can you see in this table?
Okay, so the place, the village, is not mentioned in some entries. Just the Austrian Empire. So people stress not on the place, but I mean the occupation period, and I don't know. It's not strictly as the area where he was born or the place that person was born. It integrated in historically in a certain period, Austro-Hungarian period, not a certain place or a name. I don't know, maybe historians know it better why. Only two. Yeah, only two entries are with the village.
Bosnia and Croatia,
yes, and the village.
And
the others, Austrian Empire. Oh, I don't know.
okay, that's
Also,
was a village.
Okay.
the place is called
That's
the
right.
way that was called that year
Right.
he was born. Because Austrian Empire doesn't exist.
The thing is,
Those
Yeah, by
days.
that time.
Yeah, Okay, but you need a place, born in. In means where, the place, not
But
when.
But I think you find it if you go on. And
Yeah,
it's not in their table that is just the basic information, but then when I look at life, then I find that he was born in Smiljan, which is near Gospic, which is Croatia, but then he went to Karlovac to study math, and then Steiermark, which is Austria today.
Yeah.
And it makes it into a Hungarian goulash.
Actually, I think most of these differences are here because it's like an opening up a can of worms, because it's a really painful experience for Serb and Croatian nationalists, because they will always fight about is Tesla Croatian, is he Serbian. So the other nationalities, which is really funny for me, are trying to kind of avoid it. You know, so they'll put Austrian Empire, which is correct because they, both Croatia, parts of Serbia, Slovenia, Czech Republic were indeed Austrian Empire then. So it's kind of not touching on the whole topic. And I especially like the Hungarian one that says Dalmatia.
Yes.
So,
Dalmatia.
Dalmatia was Hungary, so
Maybe it was.
Dalmatia was Hungarian.
So Tesla is Hungarian.
Solve the problem. Briefly, the name of the village, the placeholders in the period.
Now, if we wanted, let's move on to a different level now. If we wanted to do this activity with our students in order to encourage openness and celebration of multiple identity, how could we do this, do you think? Would this be an activity which would be a possible activity to do in class?
In my classroom, completely impossible, because it would raise some questions, and the students unfortunately do not have this historical knowledge. If you write something like this, you must know something in history, because it was Austrian monarchy at the time, and the man who was born in this country, during time it changed. Nowadays it's Croatia. And I like this entry in Czech House. He was born in this country, Croatia, today, for those who do not know. For example, someone who is from America, he really doesn't know anything, or few people know about the history, and I think it's really irrelevant whether it's Croatia, etc. And I wouldn't do it with my students because they don't have this knowledge. They have just feelings, which is very bad.
Would part of what we do as teachers would be to help the students have that knowledge? Well, to say we can't do it because the students don't know, is our role of teachers helping them to know?
Maybe to raise awareness of things like that.
Mm-hmm.
I would definitely try to touch on this topic, but similarly as Valentina, I just don't have the courage to go deeper in it because
There are nationalists.
there are nationalists everywhere.
There are.
So,
We can teach history with some other subject, not this one. We could use him for some other reasons, not to discuss nationality. We can use history for some other purposes and teach other subjects through English and raise their awareness, but not tackle this issue.
But I especially like the fact, that's why I cited him earlier, how we are arguing about Tesla is this, Tesla is that, Tesla is Serbian, he's Croatian, no, he's Hungarian, he's Austrian, he's German perhaps even. But I like how he said, I'm a citizen of the world, I'm just...
Yeah, cosmopolitan.
I'm too smart for you anyways.
He said, I'm proud of my Croatian nationality and my Serbian heritage.
Yes, if it's true. He said that.
If it's true.
Yeah, of course, and we've got to prove where did he say that. We trust Milan. I mean, just, imagination is someone's
Well, it's certainly something...
silly idea of what he would say. Because he was a bit, eccentric.
Or maybe he just said this chicken casserole is absolutely awesome and people misunderstood him.
And they misunderstood. Or someone misheard What is
Chinese whispers.
Chinese whispers or broken pens, yes.
But we thought it would be appropriate today to do this, to look at this, because it does raise some very important questions, and to look at the pedagogical side. You know, how do we, in the end? I mean, there's a lot of, in the part of the world where I come from, there's a lot of work done in Ireland, in the north of Ireland, or Northern Ireland, or Ulster, or the 6 counties, or whatever you call it. And if we want to bring people up in a spirit of peace and reconciliation, then we need to do things. Some things. It's not going to happen just like that. Yeah? You have to do work on this. Yeah? And so I don't know whether work is done in schools on how to bring people together and these kind of things. Anyway, that's it.